JIO, Geo Movement for the Nation, where J stands for the jobs, I stands for the investments, and O stands for the opportunities. So this digital movement is going to create a new kind of a geo movement for the youth of the nation and in fact for everybody. The kind of jobs which are going to come are no more the industrial worker kind of a jobs, but more of the knowledge worker kind of a job. The investments have to be accordingly, and the new opportunities of the startups, and the new opportunities of entrepreneurship in terms of the ideas entrepreneurship is going to make a tremendous impact on the society and the world as a whole. And so in this conference we are going to explore the different dimensions of this geo moment in terms of the new jobs, new investments and new opportunities. Thereby we can as a nation take a leadership not only for India itself but for the whole world. In fact, the impact of digital revolution has been almost in every walk of life. For the corporate world, in the business, we are seeing the impact. We are seeing this new phenomena of the millionaires, lotus millionaires or billionaires, coming from nowhere as a result of this new kind of technology. We have also seen in politics, the recent elections, what we call the kind of a lotus revolution. Nobody thought that how the digital or the social media can really impact the political side of the nation and a new revolution can be created. So we are at the threshold of this new revolution and a new India vision, which we also call the holistic India vision. So that's the ideas which we are going to discuss in this conference. Thank you very much. Utilizing or strategizing for the digital future of India, we need to take a perspective on history. When we look at the different revolutions which have taken place, we find that there was an agricultural revolution, then came the industrial revolution, and then came the cyber revolution, the information revolution, and now we find that as an extension of the cyber revolution, we are moving towards the digital revolution. So when we take this kind of a perspective, we find that this digital revolution is now influencing the institutions, the organizations, the government functioning, the society, and also as individuals, all of us as individuals. And it is fundamentally transforming the way of living, the way we look at the different perspectives about the society, about the government, and about the institutions. All that is changing. Now I would like to use here a metaphor of what we call the holistic approach to development, which our Prime Minister talks about in terms of the Sabka Saath, Sabka Vikas, and his latest concept of the new India vision. Now again, this also we have to look at in a historical perspective, because in 1947 we thought in terms of the socialistic vision, then in 1991 we thought in terms of the LPG or the so-called capitalistic vision, and then in 2014 our Prime Minister gave a holistic approach to the whole idea of the development, the Sabka Saath, Sabka Vikas, and now the New India vision. So the whole concept of this digital India and the digital revolution is going to help us in achieving this idea of the Sabka Saath, Sabka Vikas of the New India vision, and that is the way we look at this whole new concept of the changes in the technology which have been taking place, and the technology is driving our ways of looking at the relationships within the institutions, relationship with individuals, and the whole radical impact. The other phrase which we use is the disruptive effect. In fact, the word disruptive is very negative, but I would like to use the word surprise element in this technology is creating very exciting opportunities for for the future of India.
So when we are talking about the international conference, as far as research is concerned, the pioneer of research, it's a great pleasure to introduce the dawn of what I would term the Indian management thoughts and Indian management stream, Dr. Subhash Sharma. Dr. Subhash Sharma, a director, but also a very renowned thinker with path-breaking books. His books have been quite acclaimed around across this country and across the other parts of the world. He's been one of those most original thinkers. And in fact, it will be a great pleasure to hear him on the views of this conference out, the rationale behind the conference and other things.
People talk of new. Now, it has a lot to do with this. Just a few days back, I was wondering, I have a problem of doctor, anytime I may need it. I have a problem of medicine, anytime I may need it. Luckily, mobile is there, I can contact from Bangalore to Lucknow doctor. And doctor knows your pulse. Even if you go to Nalaya with all the tests in 3 days, they will tell what my doctor will tell immediately you take this medicine because he knows your body. And then he gives the medicine, then you give a link to pharmacy and they supply you medicine. If not, go to NetMed, get it supplied. But the systems manager was a fabrication shop manager because positions are by rank that you hold in the organization. And the chairman, you can understand, he was from power sector, he could understand when you put up a written report, not computer. So when agreement was there, the head office sent a letter to staff college. What is the computer plan for training? Well, training plan for computers for computation bank. Since nobody knew about that, the principal handed over that letter to me for reply. You were only cut up. I think being sort of memo for using the word computer, and now you are being asked to suggest what should be training for. So with a vengeance, I suggested for setting up a computer center for training. And that was the first computer center established in banking industry for training. But then I realized, my God, I could have recovered the cost. That is all the time to say, how to import technology. We never say how to develop technology. Because we have a followers mentality. This link was not just for the purpose of amusement or anything. This is a great way, but the Prashant was saying, that you can straight away go to the class without anything and don't just buy new developments. If you have thought of having candles only, I cannot use the, what happened to this? I thought I'm talking from the meeting room itself. Luckily the lights have got out that out. No. So from the meeting room itself, I
Myself, Mohit Kumar Kochar, first year of my postgraduate diploma in management in Indus Business Academy, Bangalore. As we know that this 9th IBA International Conference, the theme for this year's conference is strategizing towards digital future. The main aim of this theme is to make people understand what importance digitalization plays in our world, specifically in our country, India. What Prime Minister Narendra Modi has done to our country, how he wants to promote India. As a youngster, how I am getting benefited from this digital mode. Like companies like Paytm, Freecharge, they are offering transfer of money, payment of money to various vendors. How I am getting benefited. I don't need to carry cash with me, so much of cash with me, which helps me a lot. I just need to carry a mobile phone and a perfect internet connection to make this digital mode a successful one. How government is getting connected to people, like introducing e-Aadhaar platforms, how people are getting connected to government, getting connected to the schemes that is launched by government, like LPG scheme, Aadhaar scheme, pension scheme, what all all these schemes, when these are getting connected to digitalization, it not only helps government to maintain transparency, but also makes people to understand what importance this plays in their life. Thank you very much.
Hi, my name is Poonam and I'm very happy to announce that Indus Business Academy is successfully conducting its 9th International Conference and the theme is Strategizing towards Digital Future. As we all know, our Prime Minister Narendra Modi is driving entire India to go on a digital platform. This is a small tribute from Indus Business Academy for his entire hard work which he has been doing. Through this particular platform, we are trying to get in touch with a lot of industrialists who are here to guide us how digital platform can help us to get the things done, how the new generation can make this platform far and far better and get more transparency in their transactions. As an entrepreneur, you will definitely have a lot of challenges being faced in future. But by this conference, we are trying to make sure that all the queries related to digital platform, how the setup needs to be done, will be given to us by the industrialists. So we are hoping to get a lot of positive insight from this 3 days conference conducted here. Thank you. In Indus Business Academy, Bangalore, I'm very happy to be part of this institute. I hold prior experience of 3 years in Infosys BPO Limited, and after having a work experience and coming down back to a student life is definitely challenging. But yes, Indus Business Academy is providing us a platform where you are not treated as a student here, but yes, definitely as a profession. You come here as a student, but walk out as a professional person. So yes, I would definitely like to welcome you to our college and definitely get an exposure to the professional world. Thank you.
All these things, the infrastructure which the college is providing us, the IT lab, the projectors, auditorium, big auditorium, good classrooms, good festival good festival celebrations in the college, APTP session, good sessions to drive us to the placement.
How about the extracurricular activities?
Good extracurricular activities, how they are making us to get involved in this. Like we can see the students are getting involved in activities like international conference. Recently we had our national level management fest, Archish, and many more such events come throughout the year. So these kind of events make us happy and also get involved.
By sharing my little experience in a project which we are running in Banasthali for last 3-4 years, and this project is being run by Wisdom, our management faculty, and the target group are of course women, because everything in Banasthali relates to women. So target group is women, the rural women, the educated women. And it has covered 36 villages, and over 8,000 women have been covered. And if I come to the achievement, you see that our team has succeeded in persuading over 2,000 rural women to open their bank accounts. We persuaded them, motivated them, provided our vehicles to go to the bank, and help them in filling the bank forms and getting their accounts operated. And over 6,000 inactive accounts we could activate. We persuaded them to activate.
And whatever they said was the ultimate freedom of expression. But there was no counter freedom of expression. Today what we find in social media is a counter freedom of expression. Somebody makes a statement, there are any number of counter to that, which was not happening that time. So the freedom of expression has become what I call multi-directional. Co-directional as well as multi-directional. So that is the impact which we can feel. And then of course, digital revolution is also getting extended further through the AI, artificial intelligence, and the IoT, Internet of Things. What will be the full implications of that? Your generation is going to see that, how it is going to influence the whole of human existence, human thinking. That is going to be the future of the digital revolution. Impact on education. Already we see when we are taking classes as teachers, beyond 5 minutes people are not able to concentrate. Am I correct? Yes. you can see students becoming uncomfortable, trying to look into laptop, this, that. So the attention, and this is not only in IBM, even IIMs are facing the same problem. Okay. So therefore, we as teachers will have to do some innovation in education. The traditional model of education will have to be modified, and that is another challenge. Otherwise, Professor Google will replace all the professors. Okay? So that is as far as education is concerned, and therefore, maybe one solution is the blended learning model, which is now catching up. So I thought I will just share some of these ideas, and we look forward to different paper presentations and different other presentations.
Strategizing towards the digital future under the guidance of Dr. Subhash Sharma.
Maybe just some kind of a social media. Yes, maybe 15 years back, I was just remarking sometime back in the class about those MIRC charts, etc., to the Yahoo messengers, to today's Facebooks and Twitters and all those things. Or maybe it's just some technology underpinned things. Just as you start to use some information technology, the rise of the IT industry in India, whether software or maybe hardware. But somewhere you do realize it's not really that. It's far more deeper than that. It's far more creation of a new ecosystem, a new information order, a new industrial architecture. Yes, Professor Subhash Sharma brought out very nicely where he actually placed it in the trajectory of history when he said from agricultural revolution to the industrial revolution on towards the current digital revolution. Where what were essentially once products have now become services, what were essentially services have now become products. And each revolution has its own order, has its own hierarchy, or maybe I will call it hyperarchy today. And yes, as the stage gets ready for a transformation of one era to another era, you are going to have naturally a lot of disruption. Yes, there was certainly a lot of disruption that occurred when the agricultural revolution made way to the industrial revolution in the later part of the 18th century. Now, a good example of the shift, I think, for most of you, I think this analogy would be better. One of the outcomes of the industrial revolution was people had some free time, and to spend they resorted to visiting pubs. So what we have today, pubs, I think many of you more frequently there than probably your attention in the class. Okay? So, that was one of these outcomes of the industrial revolution as an aside on this. But what we have today is cities, the urbanization phenomenon, the phenomenon of the manufacturing sector, essentially laid as a transformation what gave way from agriculture to industrial revolution, and yes. So that is basically, if I look at it, one from the industry, now coming to the digital side, we are moving into the digital, we are moving into the world of bits, we are no longer the world of atoms. At the core of it, as I said, going forward, it's already started off, it just has to attain the critical mass and reach a critical price, which I've talked about quite often. Almost every piece of hardware will become a kind of software. Your cars are going to become a piece of software. Your houses are going to be a piece of software because everything in your house is basically connected to Internet of Things. Maybe even when you have to open your lock to your house, you don't have to use a physical key, you may have to use some kind of a software there. Starting a car is a software. And even if you are repairing your electronic gadgets, it may end up that you have become a software programmer to repair that rather than a hardware geek. So in that context, there needs to be a lot of challenges, there needs to be a lot of things. And maybe yes, I said let me curate a set of speakers, curate a set of experts who could give us the different dimensions of the things. It's just not a single facet, but tests are the tradition of looking at a holistic perspective. We look at around the context. We decide to set up curate a set of speakers. Close to 15 speakers will be addressing this conference over the next 2.5 days. And perhaps this could be one of this kind. In an academic institution, in a context away from the networking milieu, but more towards understanding the theoretical dimension or contextualizing the theoretical framework of it. We have made an attempt, we have begun this attempt. Yes, maybe for me it's a personal journey, it's another step in my personal journey of being involved in trying to, a lot of digging into this field. Yes, as you go backward, you're trying to move towards a lot of different areas, different dimensions. Trying to move away from a pigeonholed element, horses for courses, moving away from that. But yes, I think it should be a great journey.